Hi friends, my name is Nilesh Fadke. You are learning partner in finance and accounts. In this video, we will learn how to rectify the error passed by an accountant while passing journal entry. As you are aware that each and every transaction related to business is recorded in the books of accounts in the form of journal entries. Sometimes accountant make mistakes while passing these journal entry. So these need to be rectified. With this example, we will understand how to pass rectification entries and how to correct the error made by an accountant. So here we go. Rectification of error. Goods sold to Abhiraj rupees 350 have been entered wrongly as purchases rupees 530. So what is wrong here? That purchases is booked at rupees 530. So total expense is 530. Profit, that is A minus B, is minus 530. Opening retained earning is 0. So closing retained earning is minus 530, which will be carried to balance sheet on liability side. So retained earning minus 530. Now goods sold to Abhiraj rupees 350 have been entered wrongly as a purchases rupees 530. So in Abhiraj debtor, it is recorded as minus 530. So total liability minus 530, total asset minus 530, and our balance sheet tallies. What is right? Ideally, it should be recorded as a sales, as it is goods sold to Abhiraj rupees 350. So sales 350, due to which profit is 350 and closing retained earning is 350, which will appear on the balance sheet liability side. So retained earning on balance sheet liability side is also 350. Total liability is 350. Abhiraj debtor 350. Total asset is 350. Thus our balance sheet tallies. That is total liability 350, total asset 350, and our balance sheet tallies. This is a right accounting treatment. But we have recorded wrong. So that need to be rectified with the rectification of error. So rectified is basically right minus wrong. So sales 350 minus 0 is 350. Purchases 0 minus 530. So minus 530. So total expenses is minus 530. Total sales 350. So profit A minus B, that is 350 minus 530 is 880. That will appear on the balance sheet liability side as the retained earning 880. Total liability is 880. Abhijat debtor is 880, that is right minus wrong. So 350 minus 530. So 880. So total liability is 880, total asset is also 880, and our balance sheet tally. Now journal entry based on the aid, ARC, LIC, LRD. Now retained earning is increasing by rupees 880. However, due to sales it is 350 and due to purchases it is 530. So rule is liability increases credit, that is retained earning will be credited. But whenever retained earning affected in any journal entry, you do not directly write the word retained earning. Rather, you write a factor which is contributing to retained earning. Here sales to the extent of 350 and purchases to the extent of 530. Also debtors on the balance sheet asset side is increasing by rupees 880. So rule is aid, that is assets increases debit. So Abhiraj debtor 880, it will be debited. Sales 350, purchases 530 will be credited, being correction entry. Thus we have passed necessary rectification of error entry. Thus to conclude, what we can say is that any type of rectification can be passed by a model of 3 steps. First step is you have to prepare a table of profit and loss account where you will plot wrong amounts. Then you have to prepare second table with the corrected amount where you will plot the correct amount in profit and loss account and balance sheet. And then you will plot a third table of profit and loss account and balance sheet where you will pass the rectified amount, that is right amount minus wrong amount. And based on the rule of aid, ARC, LIC, LRD, you can pass any type of journal entry.